Boruto was not impressive, but God of High School was pretty good. So we're gonna start off with God of High School today. Personally, I'm giving that episode a 5 out of 5. That fight was pretty epic.
Fight, yeah, I'll give you that. That fight was probably one of the best animated in a long time. Well, not a long time, I guess, because we did have like a couple good animated last year. But I'll say this, that was definitely like really well done. I really liked. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people that didn't like it when it got to that old Japanese ink art, like how Sai does his fucking drawings and Naruto.
That weird animation there at the end of the episode.
But yeah, I thought it was all still really good and well done because I could still track it. It wasn't like messy, you know? It was messy on purpose to the extent that you could still like really make out the characters who were fighting. I really liked that. I think it did. I liked that intensity level of just like, hey, there was this one kid's life on the line, and he still ended up dying even though they started treatment early. And I thought that was like, so like everybody did all they really could for this kid. And I like the fact that like when he read that letter from the girl halfway through the fight, like gave him that motivation to keep fighting, you know? So
I like that too, but I do kind of get... I get this feeling that it's all kind of like... It's corny. It's got this corny to it. You know, I don't know what it is, but I do like that he's got more of a motivation than anybody else to actually win this fight, you know? Like, he's got stakes. You know, that other guy, what's his name? Jin Mori? Mm-hmm. He doesn't really have anything going for him. He just wants to fight stronger people, unless he has some backstory we don't know about yet, because apparently he's a tiger cub, whatever that means. That's right. That's like a new terminology they started using in this episode, I believe. They both have the dragon technique, the blue dragon technique. He's got the blue dragon kick, but he's got the azure dragon punch. Yeah. So it's like...
But I don't think it was more like that. I think it was Tiger's, like, here's a new, like, big header, you know? You know, someone who's strong. So I want to see if, you know, like, where this series is going, because they kind of already took out, like, 2 of the characters that we were building up on thanks to this fight.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like...
That's what I'm saying. Where does this go from here?
Well, they did say this was just the preliminaries.
So where are all the other contestants, and when were their preliminaries? We just don't see those? We're going to get a flashback? Probably.
Yeah. Just probably show that these are stronger guys than the guys that were in that fight.
Because they were showing some people there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Some emo people looking like they were tough guys.
This is all they got? This is all what this part of South Korea has got? Seoul?
That's all they have to offer? It's like some Dragon Ball Universal Tournament shit.
Right.
That's the vibe I'm getting, at least. I didn't read the manga, so I don't know what's going on. This guy just seems like a new Goku. I think that one character...
I think the monkey reference was definitely the...
Yeah, the monkey reference.
This is Goku. This is just like Goku. Very much inspired.
I don't know, man. I think the Taekwondo guy is the only character that... I don't know, he's a different kind of character. He's kind of like...
Just a good-hearted...
He gives me those Yu Yu Hakusho vibes. You know, like he's just a character who wants to save his mom or like help his friend or... You know, he doesn't... That's his motivation. Like Chad. He's like Chad from Bleach. Chad. He doesn't really care about anything but helping his friend.
I think he's more like Naruto.
Naruto?
Mm-hmm. Just that, like, wants to help everybody. You know, that, like after Naruto, like, grew up a little bit, that's all he wanted to do. I'm gonna help everybody. Every single person. I'm gonna be acknowledged by the village.
So with that being said, the new Boruto episode came out.
It's a great segue.
It's bro, I'm after watching God of High School, I'm so underwhelmed after that Boruto episode. Like, what the hell?
That's what I'm telling you, man. I was just so underwhelmed by how they're like progressing. I'm just like, dude, this animation is so like.
So it starts out.
It reminds me of the video game, dude.
It starts out interesting, I think, because the guy starts transforming. Like his skin starts turning white, and he starts getting the green hair. So I keep thinking, okay, it's White Zetsu. He's a White Zetsu. He's gonna turn into a White Zetsu. But no, it just
Taser.
It just kills
Taser
him.
Ninja Tool.
He just like disintegrates and like I don't know. He never turns into the White Zetsu like you think he's going to turn into. The episode's called the Hashirama Cell, so there's no Zetsus anywhere. But they do mention how Mitsuki has like this special body, and they bring up Orochimaru. Like there's some references in there, but there's nothing. There's no manga content in this episode, bro. We get this old man who starts tasering the Zetsu looking dude, and I don't even care to remember these names. The only cool character is Victor because he's actually an important character. I don't care about this Mugino guy. Who's Mugino? I don't know. The one thing I didn't like about this episode was they went to the medic and they were building it up to be a medic that we already knew. Maybe it was Karin, maybe it was Tsunade, maybe it was someone.
Well, it might be someone that's in the fillers that we don't know about.
Oh, it's the filler character that we didn't watch or pay attention to because we never watched those episodes. Hooray!
Hooray for filler!
Guys, I give this episode a fucking 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it a 1 because it was...
There was some information.
There was some progression there, but...
You know, now we know that Mitsuki's got a Hashirama cell inside of him. But I feel like we kind of knew that.
Yeah.
But...
That was...
I guess it wasn't really touched upon too much, but I feel like that was something that was already kind of suggested just because he had white skin.
And he's stretchy, like...
Yeah.
Luffy. Gum Gum! Bazooka!
Speaking of that, I regret to say that I did not watch last Sunday's episode, but I did watch the previous, and it was Zoro fighting with 2 swords, trying to get his sword back. The cursed sword from fucking season fucking 1. So it's just like, I think that's kind of what is cool about One Piece still, is that though we are like fucking literally that like almost 1,000 episodes now, we're still getting references to episodes that are fucking from like Romance of the Dawn arc.
And that's the only reason why I would go back and watch One Piece.
Because it keeps things connected, and I think that's something that a lot of people that give up on it don't understand, that you know there are some arcs that are annoying, and you know, but they're in the manga too. You know, like you can't escape it even if you're reading the manga. Fucking the guy who writes the manga did the same thing. Like he's just like I did it. Sorry, it's there. You know, like, but some of those arcs still, like, they're not filler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they feel like filler, but at the end of the day, you're still going to see that character come back. Like, that character is guaranteed to come back at some point.
All the characters
All of them. Like, you got to really see that when they had the big, people are going to hate me. It was the Revi arc or whatever, and it's about every country, like, coming together every 4 years to talk about, like, the governments and stuff like that.
So it's like Pirates of the Caribbean 3 when all
yeah,
the pirates
it's
come
seriously like that, bro. It's literally like every pirate ever, or it's not the pirates. It's the people that like run the countries, like the people that Luffy saved.
Yeah, like
you know, people that got beat the shit out of by Luffy too.
Yeah,
though, you know. So it's just like, you know, you got the people from Alabasta and you got the people from fucking Chopper's, you know, Snowland, you know. So it's just like you got all these different people that are like, you know, you thought you'd never see again, but they come back up. And I think a lot of people that don't give it a try are just like, it's just such a big, like, chunk. And I totally get that. That's why I suggest, like, you start off on some good arcs. And there are things that you can miss, but if you're willing to miss those things, you got to understand that you're going to be very upset that you don't remember these things. Like, I had to go back and rewatch after I restarted. Like, I restarted about a couple years ago, and you told me about the Water 7 arc that I didn't start on because I started on right when the war arc was going on. You know, I jumped back in during the war arc. But then I had to go back and rewatch, you know, the Water 7 arc.
Yeah.
Because it was so fucking good.
It was good.
It's so good.
That was the last good part of One Piece. Just kidding.
It wasn't. But it's still one of the best for sure.
Yeah.
You know, everybody loves that arc.
It was a good arc.
And so it's just like, you know, I'm glad I went back and rewatched stuff like that. And I'm also glad that I watched the Skypiea arc because it leads into the Water 7 arc because you get the Going Merry spirit, you know, and without the Going Merry, that whole arc falls apart.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Going Merry fucking saves the day. Like, at the end of the day, that ship was a crewmate, and it had to fucking sacrifice itself to save everybody because it just could never set sail again. It got him where it got him. So, it's, you know, let me stop talking about that old ass arc, but, like, right now we're in the Wano arc. We're getting this whole story about, like, where Zoro's sword actually comes from. Like, what? We're 890 episodes past when he first got it now. You know what I'm saying? This is like, now we're actually getting, like, the full story of the samurai that actually used to have that sword. And now here's a guy who's literally trying to take back all of the weapons that have been stolen from the land of Wando. You know?
Really?
Yeah. And, you know, he's a goofy looking motherfucker, but that's like half of the way fucking Oda draws characters. So
are they ever gonna bring back any?
But he's fighting Zoro while Zoro's fighting one of the Beastman pirates. Which is, you know, the
Water 7 people, right?
No. It's the Emperor. It's one of the Emperor's crew guys. So it's what's fucking Kaido? Fucking guy who turns into a fucking dragon.
I know. Kaido, yeah.
So you know his crewmates. Whoa. Yo.
I'm trying to move this over. Give a little less slack.
Tighten the other side. Like I was saying.
But other than that, there's nothing really going on. I watched some movies that came out over the week. Still waiting for Joe Keery's Spree to come out next week. Maybe we'll have something to talk about then. That movie's going to be about him being a crazy Uber driver and basically recording himself doing a bunch of crazy shit to his Uber passengers. I don't know. I like the concept. I just watched a movie last night where it all takes place on a Zoom call, and there's like 6 people. It's called Host, and they're all doing this seance on a Zoom call. About that. Yeah. And it was actually pretty good because I haven't seen a movie like that. You know, it was just straight up Zoom call the whole movie. So I like seeing different shit like that. So I don't know, man. If you like One Piece is getting good again. It's starting to reference stuff back to the original. I don't like One Piece anymore. I like the old One Piece, so I might start watching this stuff again if it actually pays off. You know, if it's not just like a one-off flashback arc about Zoro getting his fucking sword. Like, if that part actually ends up paying off later on in the arc, that'll give me some interest in watching it again. But
you know, we've been introduced to ninja, and ninjas can have their own powers. Like, they don't need to have devil fruit.
All right, but other than that. Doron here wanted to talk about Umbrella Academy because that just came out too, and I guess that's starting to get good.
Yeah, Umbrella Academy Season 2 just came out. If you haven't checked out the first one, I'm not going to ruin anything, but it's definitely, if you're like a comic book type fan, you're interested in like time travel stories and stuff like that too, it's definitely something you need to check out.
How many episodes are out of Season 2?
I think Season 2 ended on 10, and I think Season 1 ended on 10.
Oh, Season 2... Did the whole thing come out at once?
Yeah, it's Netflix.
Ah.
So you
so I can binge that.
You can binge this. This is a bingeable show. Like, it's out now. Support it. Show Netflix that you guys want a third season once you get on the hype train for it. But it's definitely a very good story, and it's actually based off of a comic book from, like, the early 2000s, I believe. Maybe even before then. Maybe a 90s comic.
I'm probably going to check it out, and if you guys want, we can review Umbrella Academy, and I don't know, would it be better off if we reviewed episode by episode, or if we reviewed it the whole season?
I think reviewing it the whole season, because most people who have access to Netflix are just like us. They binge that.
Yeah, they just watch the whole
thing.
thing.
I'd be down to do, if anyone's interested, do episode breakdowns later on. That might be a thing. To, like, point out things that you might not notice through the first run through of the show.
Yeah, because sometimes it might require a second watch, and you've already seen it. So if I watch it, you've already seen it twice.
I rewatched the second season already. It came out Friday, guys. Just saying.
It came out Friday, and you've already watched it twice. Mandalorian came out almost a year ago, and I still have only watched it once.
So, I'm just saying. Same here. It was good. Mandalorian was good.
Hopefully season 2 actually comes out when it's supposed to this year.
Right? Oh, God. You know what is coming out soon? We're only like 3 months away from Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, guys, get ready for Cyberpunk.
So that's coming out soon.
We're going to have some gaming content to talk about.
Assassin's Creed's going to be coming out around the same time as well.
I think we should all play... Okay, so usually I want to talk about like the same topics when it comes to things we watch, but when we play video games, I think it would benefit for us each to play a different game that comes out. Like, if they all come out around the same time, you could play Assassin's Creed. I'll play something that you don't normally play. Like, when Resident Evil 8 comes out, I'm going to be playing the shit out of that. Or any horror games in general that come out, I'm going to be playing, and Doron might not play those.
And I get that. I might play the Resident Evil games.
And you might play.
Resident Evil.
You might be playing more platformers than me because what's that one platformer you really like that's coming out with a second one?
Ratchet & Clank?
No, the second one, the one that was on PS2. Brainiacs or something. What's it called?
Oh, Psychonauts.
Psychonauts 2 is coming. I probably won't be playing that, but Doron will.
I'm going to be all over that game. That game is going to be like mind-fucking people. It really is. That whole game. I feel like you would love to play that. I wish they'd just remaster the first one.
Well, they remade Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, so I think it's only a matter of time before Psychonauts comes out.
Remastered? I don't know.
Destroy All Humans just came out.
Honestly, it's not that bad to play through. Like, the graphics aren't too jarring, to be honest. For the time that they made that game, it's not jarring. Like, it didn't age too terribly. I'll still say it aged because you just can't compare shit to 4K. I mean, it's impossible. But, you know, it's an older game, but definitely play through it and try it. I mean, it's not that long of a game either. You know, if you really play through it, unless you're going to collect all the secret shit, then it's going to take you a while. But
I'm at that point in my life where I feel like I have to
do that. It's like I have to do that to complete a game now. It's like, because before I used to play a game and I just jump around a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, just explore
just
the levels.
Oh, this is so cool, until I find a glitch and be like, this is even cooler.
How high can I go?
You know.
But other than that, Destroy All Humans came out last week. Doron has that.
That is something I have been playing, and it is amazing.
We will do a review on that either Thursday or next Tuesday.
Yep, and that will be fun. I think
that's probably about it.
That's about it. I think that about wraps this session up.
So this is Eric and
Doron.
We're signing off now. Have a good
Blasting off.
one. Blasting off again, guys. Blasting off.